These are the Nothing Ear 3 and they're classic Nothing, from its design profile and its transparency to its incredible 11mm drivers and up to 45 decibels of ANC. All of that for a cost that's significantly less than what you'd expect from a flagship pair of earbuds. And in this video, we're going to tell you why these Nothing Ear 3, which we've been using daily for workouts, travel, and just everything day to day, could be one of the best buys right now. In terms of design, you get the transparent case as you'd come to expect, and as you walk along the frame of this actual case itself, you see some interesting cues. Across the bottom, these sort of bubbly looking things here are actually sort of sort of sticky, rubberized, so they reduce the risk of you slipping it on a soft surface or a smoother surface, which is a slightly difference compared to the Nothing Ear 1 first gen. And then as you move along it, you then get a USB-C port with an LED light and mic. And then the most interesting component on the other side is this, a button that's labeled talk. Now the design profile here is very, very similar to what you expect in other Nothing earbuds, except for this talk button, which we'll get to in more detail right now. That talk button is designed in such a way that it will allow you to use this during calls. So if you're on a call and it's quite noisy outside and you want a bit more clarity in your calls, then you simply hold this button down and it will allow you to speak directly in through that mic. And then the other benefit you have here with this particular case is you can actually hold down that talk button and allow it to connect you directly to your assistant, for example, Gemini, and of course these do work with iOS, so then that could also mean Siri. Now, the Ear 3s do have a whole host of other features, and it's led by an incredible app, Nothing X, which I think is an industry standard in terms of being able to utilize and maximize what you get out of your Nothing Ear 3 earbuds, which is sick. So a couple of things to mention on here is, as well as you get the customization, you also get the option of here to customize this, what they call super mic. So you can do things like adjust the quality of voice. So this can be more natural or it could be more voice related to emphasize blocking out background noise, which is amazing. Also within this app, you can adjust things like your EQ and your spatial audio, amongst a whole host of other features, things like even adopting a custom-made EQ that's been built by the community. So customization-wise and app functionality-wise, it's next level. Now, the main thing with these earbuds, of course, and at that price tag, is going to be its sound output. And first of all, we wanted to talk about the mic itself. So what we've done, we've put together a couple of tests here. Essentially, we've tested this outdoors in a quieter, restrained environment with and without the mic, so earbuds in only, mic only, and then separately with them outside, same scenario. So this is how the audio sounds on the Nothing Ear 3 without the mic case and just the buds themselves. So this is how the audio sounds using the mic case. Here's an example test of what the audio sounds like on the Nothing Ear 3. Now this is what it sounds like with the mic about 10 centimeters away from my face, same location. The main thing, of course, in general, besides the mic and everything else, is of course the main sound output. And one thing I would say with these Nothing Ear 3s is when you pop them in like so, the ceiling is so much more complete. And by complete, I mean, it feels like it's hugging the inside of the ear canal more, meaning you get a tighter seal, meaning you get less interruption from background noise if you're using the top end of ANC, which is a significant factor. Also in terms of call quality, you get really good balanced sound. Heavy on the bass, which personally I enjoy more, but you still get really good quality. In addition to that, if you're out and about walking in the streets, you still get some incoming background noise, which I think is important. A total sealing off of that is probably not the best thing for your safety, but if you're on a call example or anything like that and it's windy or noisy in the background, the calls still come through really clearly, which is significantly important. Of course, you have the Nothing X app as well to combine with this to create a more customizable experience as well. But on its own merit, the sound output on the Ear 3 are very impressive. The Nothing Ear 3 costs £179 here in the UK, and they are very, very impressive. Why, you ask? Well, for a multitude of reasons. Something I'd want to commend Nothing on is the ability to take risks on things that are just not thought of. Things like this super mic. It's an idea that's reasonably well implemented, but probably doesn't do enough to justify that sole reason for buying these pair of earphones. But there's other elements here that are justifiable when you want to buy the Nothing Ear 3. Things like its excellent call and audio quality, really good bass, and then the excellent Nothing X app make this a really complete package. And the fact that it works across iOS and Android seamlessly is a really good reason to buy. And in fact, they cost around about £70 to £80 less than the equivalent Samsung, Bose, Sony, or Apple earbuds, basically, essentially. So what are our final opinions? These for us are a really good buy. We've used the Nothing Ear A's for a very long time, and if you're new to the Nothing product in terms of audio, then these are a great overall buy. And let us know in the comment section below your thoughts on the Nothing Ear 3 and whether these would be something you'd buy for your iPhone or your Android phone in the near future. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe and support us on our journey to hit 50k subs by the end of 2026. Until next one, as always, we out.